Hi guys, so real quick I just want to stop by today. Sassy Perspectives here with Jay. I was driving today and I'm actually planning a few things coming up for the next 2 months, and it hit me. Um, we have to be accountable for our positions in the relationships that we have. I think that it's very, very, very important to be the light. And a lot of times we say, oh, we have to be the light to sinners, which is very true. But sometimes we have to be the light in the relationships that we have with other people too. For example, I'm the person who will send the quick text to say, thinking of you, loving you, love you, checking in to make sure you don't need anything, checking on you. That's me, because I just feel like God puts people in our lives for whatever reason, but we have to make sure that the relationships that He has put in our pathway, that we're doing the most to make sure that those relationships prosper and bloom and are effective. Amen. So of course you're always going to have some people in your life um, that come into your life, and they aren't meant to stay long. Okay. But we have to make sure that we are doing our part in the relationships, as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, as a niece, um, as a sister, as a friend. I feel like we have to make sure that it takes a village. It takes a village. And I feel like that we have to make sure that we're the integral part of someone's life, to make sure that they are supported and they have the upkeep, and then they're feeling encouraged. I think that I check on my circle, I check on my family the way that I do, because I know that I make God smile when I can lend a hand to them if they're in need. And whether it's a need, a tangible need, a laugh, um, a refuge, anything. So I just want to make sure, and we're going to dive into this a little more later in the year, because I'm actually going to have a panel discussion with friends about being friends. Um, but I want to make sure that you are doing your part in every relationship that you're in. Sometimes relationships fall by the wayside, and I know that that's just who we are, right? And that's just a part of life. But how amazing would it be to know that I was the key that God used in one of my relationships to help someone? Each day I pray, God, let me be your hands reaching out to someone that's in need. I need to be that extension between earth and heaven, that exemplifies you. So I just wanted to just stop by and drop that key. I just, and it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all. Just to reach out and, say, hey, I'm checking on you. Hey, yo, let's go get some ice cream and chop it up. Or I'm just stopping by to give you a hug. And I always have this thing that I say to my friends. Hey, I need to put my eyes on you. I ain't seen you. Or I need to see your face. I miss your face. What you doing? Hello? Speak to me. What's going on? And even if it's one of my missions this year is as well as I am practicing the spirit of excellence in every area of my life, and one of them is to fine tune the essence of being a great friend. Whether it's just I'm there to listen, I'm there to lend advice, I'm there to help, in any capacity. So that's a big thing that we're going to tackle later on this year. I'm going to have a group panel discussion on friendship, sisterhood, and what that really truly means, the essence of it, the authentic sisterhood. Yeah, so I think that that's going to be a big thing. But I challenged you today to make sure that you're giving 100% in every relationship that you have. Now listen, sometimes it's going to feel like a one-way street. I'm just going to let you know now because I'm speaking from experience. Sometimes it's going to feel like a one-way street, and sometimes it's going to feel like you're doing everything and the other person isn't doing nothing. But you got to know that you're doing it for the person, but you're doing it for God's glory. I have this thing that hits me, and actually, I'll give you just a brief background. It happened when my grandfather died, and I remember sitting in front of his casket saying, what more could I have done to enrich the relationship that we had? Because it wasn't as strong. Now, granted, I was young, but I did feel that there was a void, that more could have been done, and our relationship could have been stronger than it was. Ever since then, I am enriching the relationship that what I have with family and friends. So I have this thing. Have you ever been like driving or doing something and someone crosses your mind, or you just have a vision of a person, and that happens to me all the time. For instance, actually, just this past Sunday, one of the girls in my church, I hadn't seen her in a few months, and I was just cooking on Sunday, just cooking, and her face came to mind, and so I just texted her. I said, "Hey sis, just checking in to make sure all is well. Kiss the baby for me." And so we dialogued for a minute, but for whatever reason, God puts these people on, and this may have happened to you before, but God may put someone to your mind and your heart. Reach out to them, and even if you can't reach out to them, say a quick prayer, or let them know in some way, any way that you can, that they were on your mind, and you hope all is well. So that's just, just little things that can go a long way in your relationships. Sometimes people just need to know that they are thought of, or that someone cares. Sometimes people need a listening ear. Sometimes people just want the dialogue, so that's something that I'm working on this year. I will continue to enrich, and I'm just pushing that out to my sassies today, because in a world full of fakes, child, we have to make sure that we present the authentic self to our friends and our family and our circle. You know what I mean? Enough with the fakeness. Enough with the backstabbing. We have to constantly be the light. We have to be that authentic. And sometimes you may be the only authentic image in a group, in a situation, but we still have to show up and be authentic and be positive and be the light. Still being the essence of who we are, but never letting the essence of who we are be offensive or demeaning to someone else, So yeah, we're going to dialogue with that a little more this year, but I just want to make sure, until we have that conversation, that we have a hand in enriching every relationship that cross our paths. Be the light, sassy. Be the authentic you. And I pray that your presence and what you have to offer will bless someone else. Love you. Sassy Perspectives forever.